Welcome to Jamrock. My personal preference, I prefer the sea moss in the peel form. Either form is great, man. Sea moss is great for the body. I'm sure y'all done heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, JamaicanMeSeaMoss.com. This stuff is very, very, very healthy for the body, and it has most of the vitamins and minerals that we need in our body to be healthy human beings. So check him out, JamaicanMeSeaMoss.com. You can get the gel version that I showed y'all or these pills. They both good.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. What the feezy? 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 What the feezy?
What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. If you haven't pre-ordered that book, go on, snatch you a copy. They will be ready in the quickness. BillFZY.org is going for $25. Go on, pre-order that book. Go on, get him. I promise you it's worth it. You getting some, I'm telling you some stuff about me I never told you, and I'm going into details on exactly how I got locked up, how it happened, how the dirty game my co-defendant played, tried to set me up to make me get a bunch of time and all that. So go on, check that out. So I'm at Smith State Prison. I'm in the room with this little Muslim dude. We roommates. And bro, I was down bad at this point. When I say down bad, I mean, I had to holler at like 2 or 3 different people about putting me on the phone, letting me use the phone. But I was trying to have it set for a certain date. The day that I was originally trying to do it, bro, I got on the phone and called everybody. Everybody just couldn't do it at that moment. It was like, you got to try me on another day or another time. So I was trying to have it set up for a certain day, a certain time. I literally had nothing, bro. I was in the room hungry. I was on the top bunk. My damn stomach was growling. My roommate kept walking in and out the room, turning the light on, turning the light off, making me more damn hungry because he keep moving too damn much. I don't know what I was thinking. He finally come in there and sit down, bro. He's sitting on the bunk, on the bottom bunk. He said, "Hey, C. Bill." I'm like, "What's up, bro?" I'm just looking at the ceiling. He was like, "Boy, I'm hungry as hell, boy. You ain't hungry?" I said, "Hell yeah, I ain't ate all day, but for real, I'm down bad right now." When they called lunch, I didn't go because I was really counting my eggs before they hatched. I thought I was gonna have some money to pick up today, so I did not go when it was lunchtime. I just felt like, hey, it is what it is. Stayed in the dorm thinking that I was gonna get me, you know, a green dot or something. Back then, we was using green dots and stuff. So my roommate was like, "Man, I'm hungry. Hell, bro. I'm hungry. Hell, I'm finna go try to ask one of my brothers if I could get something to eat." So I'm like, "Hey, do what you do." So he leave out the room. You know, I was thinking about the people I run with. You know, a few of them down there, they actually run the store. But the reason I didn't want to go ask them for nothing to eat, number one, I don't know why, but for about 3 weeks in a row, I had to owe these folks. And bro, every time, and I checked on the website, it's a way you could check to see if the money hit your books. It's showing that my pops did put the money on my books. But every time the store comes, my balance is showing 0. But it was an issue with the way he did it. He did it a wrong way, and it took it a very long time to process. But I eventually got them paid off. But I didn't want to go to them who ran that store, because I know they'd be looking at me like, "Shit, last time you took 3 weeks to pay the box back." So I didn't want to do that. And then my other guy over here who used to run the store out his personal property, he just was one of them type of people that would give you a long ass speech. And, you know, he was a little older than me, but the stuff he would be saying was real. But when you hungry, bro, you're not trying to hear none of that. I understand everything, buddy. Just give me the food and I'm going to straighten it out when I straighten it out. So I'm just laying there. My roommate ends up coming back in the room. He got 1 pack of chicken ramen noodles in his hand. He coming there with an attitude. "Rain, man, that nigga supposed to be my brother." He's smashing the soup up on the ground. That's just how we used to crush up the noodles. He's smashing it on the ground. He talking about, "Rain, man, that nigga supposed to be my brother." Nigga gonna give me, I tell him I'm hungry. He gonna give me one damn pack of noodles. That's crazy. All that food you got in your box. So I'm sitting there thinking like, huh? Man, your ass better be grateful he gave you anything. He ain't had to give you nothing. Yeah, that's your brother. Y'all run, y'all rock. But that man don't owe you nothing, G. He ain't got to give you nothing. So, you know, I'm sitting here talking to him, telling him, like, bro, that man don't owe you nothing, bro. He like, no, but at the end of the day, that's my brother. And if my brother hungry, he rips the noodle pack open, takes the seasoning out, tear through it with his teeth. The damn noodle, the part he just ripped through is still on this side. It's hanging from his lip. Damn, there's some in his mouth still. He empties the whole pack in there, shake it up like twice. And like turns into Scooby-Doo, just go to golfing it down and just talking to me, mouth full. No, my brother, and I got all kind of food. Ain't no way in hell I got them. Blah, blah, blah. They gonna have the nerve to turn it to me and say, you want some, bro? And you know, I appreciate him for trying to share with me. That's one thing about that guy, Cass, say he did try to share with me kind of often. But at the same time, bruh, this ain't that. I don't want none of them dry ass noodles. Number one, you ain't got but one pack. Number two, you done had your big ass vacuum cleaner suction cup ass lips on there, exterminating every piece of seasoning in there. Mouth sucked all to the bag. I don't want nothing out that bag, G. You can have everything in there. As I watch him sit here and chew and complain, shit, I started getting more and more hungry. So I got up. I said, man, I'm about to go ask one of my partners. Bump. So I get up. I really don't want to ask him. So I go down the ramp, really looking for him to see if he outside the room. He ain't outside. So I go to his room, knock on the door. Do. He like, yo. I'm like, CB. He like, come on in, bro. I walk in there. I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, what you got going on, young man? He just had good energy. He just used to, you know, just be in good spirits. So I'm like, man, so when I walk in the room, before I can even respond to him, bro, it's nothing but honey buns, bags of Doritos, bags of Cheetos, Sprites, orange sodas, grape sodas, whole bunch of bags of candy, cheese puffs everywhere on the floor, everywhere on the bed, and he had a writing tablet in his hand. So I know he, you know, taking inventory of all his stuff. So I'm like, man, I'm just cooling, bro. What you got going on? He said, just doing some more inventory, counting so much of this stuff. Well, it might be time for me to start putting stuff in somebody else's boxes. So before I decided to ask him to credit something, I said, I'm going to give him a good option. So what they would do is, if they got too much food, sometimes if the police on the BS, they'll come take it if you got more than the weekly limit. So what they'll do is pay somebody else X amount of dollars to fill up their box with one weekly limit. So, you know, if they ever come through, we all got the right amount we got. So I offered, I said, hey, if you want to, you give me $10 and you can fill my box up and keep your food in there. I'm trying to hustle now. I'm trying not to just ask you for something. He got some big ass bifocals on, so he pushing the glasses up. Tall, light-skinned, slim dude. Got a big old GD tattoo on both sides of his neck, one on his forehead. But he say like he done transformed, he done changed his life. He living like that, but he's like, I'm not on nothing foolery. Anything foolishness, I'm not with it, but I am who I am. He like, nah, I think I'm good right now. The weekend approaching. I don't think I need it right now. Probably when the weekdays start. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him, I'm like, well, you want to lock it in? You want to go and give me the $10 now? And then first thing Monday morning or Sunday night, you just come fill my box up. He like, nah, I think I'll let you just when it's time if I need. He said, so what you got going on? I say, really, bro? I came over here to try to stow something out from you, bro. I'm hungry as hell. He said, well, what you trying to stow out? I say, bro, probably about $3, $4. I'll double it, give it back to you. You feel me? I just ain't got nothing right now. So he said, CB, don't you got, you say your mama or your brother or somebody, don't they be sending you money, supporting you? So I'm like, yeah, my mama send me money. My pops will send me some money. One of my partners, well, he ain't my real brother, but I call him my brother. But, you know, he'll send me money. They'll look out for me and stuff like that. He like, so I'm trying to figure out how you ain't got nothing to eat, folks. I'm like, bro, what you mean? Just doing time. You know how it go. You just be bored. You sit around, you eat, and next thing you know, that food go quick. He said, nah, that ain't how it work. That ain't how it work. He said, because you see all this food I got, Ain't nobody sending me nothing. My mama, my brother, my homeboy, my baby mama, my grandmama, don't nobody send me nothing. In my mind, I'm like, bruh, come on, bruh. But I understand now because when I talk to people sometimes, people be looking at me like, bruh, come on, man. But I understand now. But back then, you know, I wasn't trying to hear that. Like, bruh, if you know for a fact you have prison time to do, and you know out there on them streets, them folks got real bills, them folks got stuff going on out there. They got stuff that they got to pay this or they not going to eat today. They got to pay this or they not going to have no clean clothes because they got to afford soap powder and washing powder. He like, and they send you some money and you know you got years in prison to do. He like, see, Bill, you got to take a little bit of something and you got to sacrifice for a minute. You got to think about all of the times that you went without. Think about all of the times you sat in your room hungry with nothing. Hair nappy because you can't afford a haircut. Clothes wrinkled because you can't afford to pay the laundromat. You got to think about all them times that you had to live like that by force. And then you got to live like that by choice. You got to make yourself live like that when you got stuff. So either you can credit it out or you can buy you a little pack and you can sell it. And then that way you keep you some money coming in. And then once it start flipping and then you got a whole bunch like this, then you can live good, eat however much you want every day, keep your hair cut because you can always pay the barber, keep your clothes clean and pressed because you can always pay the laundromat because you constantly... You got a stream of income constantly coming in. So then you would be able to do what you want to do. He like, but if you have your family and your friends send you money and you go buy these Al Green CDs and you just want to smoke, or you go buy these CIs. CIs is another word for Chris Brown CDs, but I wasn't even smoking Chris Brown back then, but I just let him say what he say. He like, you going to buy these Al Green CDs and you going to go buy these CIs and you want to just do whatever it is you want to do. Bro, you can't do that. You got to budget. You gotta manage, bro. You got to manage and you got to starve yourself now so you can eat later on. Bro, when he got done talking, I was like, so I'm like, so what's up, bro? You going to stove me the stuff out of what? He like, I don't know, CBL, because I don't know if you understand what I just said or not. I say, bro, I understand, folks. Please, bro. I'm hungry as hell. Just throw it out. We ain't going to have this issue no more. He said, you sure? I said, I'm positive. So he give me the stuff. I leave out the room. I'm like, damn. So I go back in there. My roommate, as soon as I walk through the door, he just know my facial expression. And my roommate know how he is. So as soon as I walk through the door, I'm frowned up. My roommate looking up at me. He busts out laughing. I'm like, what? He like, man, that man just took you through a whole damn sermon, ain't it? I was like, bro, oh my goodness. So I'm sitting here telling my roommate everything he took me through. Looking at what I got like 4 packs of noodles. He gave me a honey bun. He gave me a canned Sprite. And he gave me an empty noodle bag full of cheese puffs. So I told my roommate, I'm like, hey, look, if you can get from one of your guys either a summer sausage or 2 beef and cheese sticks and a little more cheese puffs, we could make a little pocket together. And I'd throw like 3 of these soups in there, which is noodles, and then we'll make a nice little pocket and get full. So he like, all right, I'm going to go holler at one of my brothers. So he was going to the door. I was like, hey. He was like, yeah. I was like, and try to get some refried beans too. So he was like, all right, bet. Now the refried beans blows the noodles up and it just makes it heavier. So the refried beans, the cheese and the sausage, plus 3 packs of noodles, that'll definitely get 2 people full if you cook it right and you make sure you blow it up to the point it's kind of heavy. You know what I'm saying? So he leave out the room. So I'm in there preparing it, smashing the noodles out. Now I'm feeling way better. I'm talking about I'm feeling good. I'm in there singing and smashing the noodles on the ground. And that's another reason I know that depression is just connected to certain events, bro. Because I was sitting in that room so sad, so depressed, feeling just terrible, feeling like just thinking crazy, saying stupid stuff in my head, like don't nobody love me, and just feeling bad for myself that I'm in prison, this, and that. And like, I was just feeling like scum of the earth. I was starving. And now that I got some food, I know I'm finna be full. I didn't feel nowhere near like that. Didn't have none of them thoughts I had. I was in a great mood. So that's how I know when people be depressed, bro, and be sad and be going through stuff, it just be their circumstance. You feel me? Just change the circumstance. If you can change it. Now, some circumstances you don't got the power to change, but it's just a circumstance, bro. I do believe some people just, you know, just wake up depressed and it's like it ain't no circumstance, ain't nothing to change. But most of the time, it's something that can be changed and you would be out of that feeling 100%. So instead of laying there in that feeling, we got to make ourselves get up out of there and do something else and do something about whatever we're feeling depressed about, and we'll feel way better and we can lose all these crazy thoughts in our mind. So while I'm in there getting the noodles ready, they call a chow call. I stick my head out though, just to see, you know, my few guys or whatever, because we kind of walk down there together. So I see them and I just let them know, like, I ain't going. But it was like 2 of them not going too. So that was cool because it was a few of us in the dorm, whatever, me and my partners and stuff. We just like to keep eyes and ears on each other. So they called a chow call. My roommate had came back in the room. He didn't have nothing in his hand. I was like, you wasn't able to get nothing? So he was like, oh, no. He told me just hold up for a minute. He got me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I tell him, go get the hot water. You know what I'm saying? I was going to go get the hot water, but he already right there by the door. And I'm over here crushing these cheese puffs up and stuff and opening these noodle packs, so he go get it. When he come back in with the hot water, I'm turned towards the wall, kind of like the cell when this the door. He walk in the door, you got the sink and toilet, locker box, 2 bunk beds, and then you got the desk right here on the other side of the other box. I'm sitting at the desk, kind of more so turned towards the window, the slider window. I'm kind of turned there, not all the way just facing the window, like I'm a damn time out or something, but I'm just kind of like facing the window a little bit. So I hear the door swing open. I look up at him real quick. I see the hot water in his hand. He don't got nothing else. I'm pulling the seasoning packs out the noodles, and then I just hear, like, you know, you throw some snacks on the bed. And then I look over to the bed, and I see a summer sausage, a loose noodle bag with it looked blowed up, so I know it's cheese puffs in there. And it was a canned soda. So when I look back up at him. He was turning around walking out the room. The cup of hot water was on the desk. He sat it down on the desk where I was at and threw the snacks on the thing. He hurry up and shoot out the room. Very first thing came to my mind was, when he came in the room the first time, I looked straight at you. You didn't have nothing in your hand but this hot water. Now, it's very possible that, you know, because I used to sometimes, if you got to credit something or go get something from somebody, it's very possible that you just get it and stick it in your pocket because you damn near embarrassed that you going to somebody's room getting something. Even though the store is a business, it's like, you know, some people look at you like a broke ass, oh, that broke ass nigga, he got to go over there and borrow food from me. So it's very possible that he could have got that and stuck it in his pocket. But him being the type he is, I ain't never had no accusations of him stealing. But it just was something just strange about the way he just, I didn't even see it nowhere. I didn't see no budges in his pocket or nothing. But it's possible it could have been in his back pocket. But it was just something strange about how he just threw it on the bed and just shot out the room. So I just looked up at him. He went out the room. He ain't looked back at me or nothing. So I take the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking or whatever. I'm doing my thing. I hear the door pop probably like a minute later. I get up from where I'm at. I walk over here to the door. And I look through the little window at my door to try to see from this angle who is there. It was just the officer. She was popping the door. I don't know if she was trying to get somebody attention or what. I see my roommate standing directly outside the room leaning on the rail. He don't do that. That's what I be doing. I be leaning on the rail a lot. He don't do that. So now I'm thinking like, is he playing damn security guard at the room or something? Like, what the hell he got? I don't know. It just had me wondering. So anyway, I'm sitting there getting the stuff, making the food. So after it's made, and you feel me, you got it all mixed up and moved around, I take the big, long cheese puff bag, which we been had, all the food mixed up in it, and I like tied up, and I lay it under his mat because I wanted to get in a solid form. Not hard, but I just wanted to form in a solid form. So I lay it under his mat, let it sit there for a minute. So I come back out the room. When I come out the room, I go lean next to him. He's on the rail just like this. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, you all right? So he like, hell yeah, what you mean? I said, man, you said chewing your damn nails like you a damn chipmunk or something. I ain't never seen you bite on your nails like that, like you damn nervous or something. So he said, oh, no, I'm just thinking, man, baby mama just got me. You know, man, you know how it goes. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Probably about 10 minutes later, the food ready. Go back in here, take it out, split it, put his in his bowl, put mine in my bowl. So now we ready to smash, we ready to do what we do. We go to eat. I'm talking about, bro, we was just so happy and joyous. Like, when we looked at each other and we eating and we know we was just sitting here starving, it's just like, boy, I love you, boy. Boy, I got love for you, boy. I appreciate you for pitching in and going. It's just one of those type of feelings. So the door pop again. He look out the door. I'm like, who that is? He like, that's just them coming back in from chow. I'm like, oh, okay. I done got nice and full. I done cleaned my bowl out, putting my bowl back in the box. I know for a fact I have nothing in the box, but I'm just about to double check again because sometimes you overlook stuff. So I'm going through my paperwork, moving everything around, moving my hygiene around, moving my clothes around. Lo and behold, I find half a bag of that kitchen Kool-Aid at the bottom shelf of the box. And that kitchen Kool-Aid is so potent. And when I found it, I remembered why I put it there. One of my guys, his ass always down begging, and I had to hide it from him. I usually keep it on the top shelf, so I put it on the bottom shelf under my clothes, so when he come in there, I could be like, you can open the box and look, bro, ain't none. So I told my roommate, he laying down, rubbing his stomach. I'm like, hey, boy, I just found half a bag of kitchen Kool-Aid. He jump up, he like, swear, bro, you lying, swear. I said, well, I'm dead serious, so I showed it to him. He like, oh, hell yeah. So he grabbed his cup. So I poured him some in his cup, poured me some in my cup. So we leave out the room. We go get ready to make the hot water. Bro, when I'm down there at the hot water tank, I turn the hot water. Soon as I stick the cup under it for the hot water to come out, one of the Muslims dude that sleep up there on the top range by me pop straight out the room and say, man, attention dawn, man. Attention dawn, man. Attention dawn, man. So, you know, everybody go to looking up. He said, I play a whole lot of games, bro. I play a whole lot of games with you niggas. But what I don't play about is no thief. I don't fuck with no thief. I got life sentence in prison. I am never getting out. But that's on Allah. But that's on what he said. He was saying, he wasn't saying Allah. He was saying, wallahi. That's what he said. He said, well, wallahi, I will kill one of you niggas in here about playing with me. I find out who came in my room and been stealing. Wallahi, I'm going to kill one of you niggas. I believe I talked to one of my Muslim partners before and they told me. But if they didn't, don't quote me, don't get me wrong. But I believe that just means like, you know how people say, I swear to God or on God. I think that's just what that means in that, you know, in that form right there. But I think somebody told me that that's what that means. But, you know, if you was just putting it in context, you would assume that that's what that means. So everybody go to look crazy. So now you got Muslims, you got some GDs, you got some blood. People who rock with dude, because dude really a stand-up dude. People rock with him. So they're like, you know, the Muslims shoot over there first. What's up? What you talking about? He like, man, somebody came in my room and stole some of my food. So you got some bloods, GD, like I say, run over there. What the hell going on? Who got down? So now you got other people that's cool with him, that's not Muslim, that's gang members, that's just saying stuff like, hey, man, we don't play no thieves, bro. We find out who in here stealing, boy, your ass getting beat and your ass getting on that dope. That's on everything, boy. That's on everything I stand on. We find out who in this bitch stealing, but your ass getting beat to sleep and you getting put on that dope. So that's what, you know, everybody's saying. All kind of different groups, all kind of different gangs and stuff like that. So I get my damn Kool-Aid, you feel me, mix him up and come back up the steps. So I'm coming back up the steps when I'm going back to my room. They asking him what he's missing. And the first thing I heard that man say, bag of kitchen Kool-Aid. He was getting ready to go down his list. But that's what he said first. So I'm like, instantly, my heart go to beating. I know for a fact I didn't steal it. But I also know how it will look because, you know, my guys, they know I'm down bad right now. I be asking them for stuff right now. So for me to pop out the blue with some kitchen Kool-Aid, if he say he's missing it, and I say, oh, I just found it in the back of my box, I forgot I put it there, they gonna think I'm lying. So I'm walking up the steps, me and my roommate, he's behind me. We got 2 big ass cups of kitchen Kool-Aid. He say he missing the bag of kitchen Kool-Aid. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I go in the room. First thing I do, I don't know how I left my candy bar in there on the bed anyway. Instantly, I secure him, put him on my side, put my shirt on, and then I'm just cooling, you know what I'm saying, drinking my Kool-Aid, whatever. About 20 minutes went by. One of my guys came out on the door, stuck his head in the door. He said, hey, CBL? I said, yeah. He said, come holler at me real quick. I said, all right, bet. I grabbed my cup, because I'm like, hey, I know I ain't stole nothing, bro. I know how it look, but I don't want it to like I'm hiding trying to leave the Kool-Aid in the room. I come out the room. When I come out the room, all the Muslims posted up right there in front of that room. The only Muslim that's not right there is my roommate. He's on his bed like he damn sleep, rubbing his stomach and rubbing his big ass toes together. So I go out there, I go to one of my partner's room or whatever. He like, hey, folks. I'm like, what's up? He was like, hey, you know, I ain't trying to try you or nothing like that. I'd never try you, never disrespect you or nothing like that, fam. But where the hell you got that kitchen Kool-Aid from? So I was like, shit, bro, I had it in the back of my box. I forgot all about it. I said I had half a bag sitting back there for a while. I felt slightly offended, but I know how investigations go. I have been on the end where I had to ask people uncomfortable questions before, so I didn't challenge it. I understood, you know, how it looked or whatever. So he like, oh, okay. He said, yeah, you know, Fono had just told me to come ask you because of the situation going on, bro, talking about, you know what I'm saying, somebody stealing or whatever. So I'm like, well, shit, what did he say he missed? He said he missing a bag of kitchen Kool-Aid. He said he missing a summer sausage, a beef and cheese stick, and he said he missing a Sprite. He said somebody had to clip him. See, he went out to chow, but he didn't go to eat. He just went to make a play real quick. And when he came back, you know, the man know what he had. And he said that's what he missed, and somebody stole it out of his box. So I'm like, no. So he like, hell yeah, you know, they talking crazy. They talking about, you feel me? They gonna splack them. They gonna pull them out. They don't get no fuck who it is. And shit, we on the same thing, like, bro, because we don't deal with no thieves, bro. So, you know, whoever it is. So instantly, I'm thinking about my roommate. All right, bet. So I leave out the room. I go back in my room. As I go in there, my roommate done got all the way up under the cover, turned on his side, like getting comfortable finna go to sleep. I say out. He said, what's up? I say, hey, you know, all your brothers out there, they are standing outside, posted up outside their door looking crazy. And I'm talking about somebody been stealing. He said, what? For real? I said, yeah. He said, well, shit, they got it. Shit, they got it under control. They cool. He ain't move. I say, listen. So he look up at me like, what's up? I say, listen, I ain't trying to try you or nothing. I ain't trying to, you feel me, accuse you or nothing. But every item you just brought in this room, except for some Kool-Aid, is what they say that man say he missing out that box. And he like, man, I ain't studying that man. I ain't studying that man. You shit, you ain't seen nothing. That's what he say to me. Oh my God. All day go by. They still posted up outside the room looking crazy, making little statements or whatever. Ain't nobody saying that. So the very next morning, you know, I'm up early all the time. I'm up early, brushing my teeth, sitting there at the door. I done took the flap out the window. I told y'all the flap is where the, like you put a piece of paper or whatever in your window so people from the outside can't see inside your room. I took the flap off because the light is off so I could see out real good because there's light on out there, but ain't no light on in here. So if you from the outside, you ain't just going to be able to see in here real good. So I'm sitting here brushing my teeth. Now I see about 4 Muslim dudes bend the corner. And it looked like they looking directly at my room. Man, I ran over there to the bed, grabbed the candy bar real quick, ran back over there to the sink, and I put it on the back, like the top of the sink, like where the bar of soap sit at, just in case I'm tripping or something. So I go to brush my teeth. Next thing you know, they knock kind of soft on the door. Immediately, I dropped the toothbrush inside the sink, grabbed the candy bar. I'm like, yo, he pulled the door open. Based off how he did it, I could tell it wasn't a threat. Because number one, if it was, he wouldn't even have knocked. They would have just bum rushed in thinking we was asleep. But he pulled the door open, kind of soft, looked in there at me. He seen it was me standing there. He was like, hey, your roommate woke. So I said, nah. He was like, all right, hey, when you get yourself together, come holler at me. You know, I got toothpaste and shit on my mouth. I got the knife in my hand. So he like, hey, get yourself together, come holler at me. Let me holler at you real quick. So I'm like, all right. So they leave, you know, they back up a little bit. They kind of go stand in front of where bro room at. Bro, who said he was missing some stuff, he was standing out there, but he wasn't with them in that group. He was just standing by his door. So I finished brushing my teeth, getting myself together. I pushed the candy bar in my jacket sleeve, but I'm still holding it. So I ain't got to never let it go just in case something funny going on. I go outside the room. I'm like, what's up? So the one who said, holler at me, he come walking his way. The rest stay over there with Buddy who missing some stuff. So he comes over here to me. He say, hey, your roommate woke. So I say, nah, hell no, he ain't there knocked out. He said, hey, you ain't seen him with you don't know if he had no summer sausage, you know, beef and cheese stick or something like that yesterday? I was like, you know, I don't be in nobody business, bro. I don't pay attention to what nobody eating or nothing like that. There was some people that stayed in the dorm yesterday that told us that they seen him leave out of bro room, and then bro was missing some stuff, but he ain't had no reason to be in bro room. So that's what we was just trying to figure out if he, you feel me? And then, you know, we ain't trying to get you in nothing, bro. We ain't trying to start nothing. But it's just like, you feel me? And then they say you were cooking yesterday, and then he went and got it. I was like, hey, listen, bro. If anybody stole, I hope he didn't, but if anybody stole anything from anybody, whether I was cooking or not, bro, that has nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing about no stealing. I don't do no stealing. I ain't seen him with no summer sausage and no beef and cheese stick. So whatever your conclusion is, that has nothing to do with me. Just leave me out of it, bro. So he was like, I can't do nothing but respect that, bro. I'm Chang too. I know how I go. He was like, hey, I'm going to go holler at your roommate real quick. I'm like, I don't care what you do. Go in there, hit the light. I'm still standing outside the room. Hear them in there talking. You see one of the other Muslim dudes, he come walking this way. So I look through the door in the room. My roommate, he wide awake now. He's standing up. He's sitting there talking to him. The other one walk over there. He like, what's up, CBL? I'm like, what going on? He knock on the door, walk in there real quick. So I walk up. I go to my bro room that I know be woke early in the morning. I knock on the door. Like, yo, I open the door. He's sitting on the bed reading the Bible. I was like, yeah, these folk crazy. He like, what? So I went to telling him about what just happened. Instantly, he jump up, putting on his boots, grab his candy bar. I'm like, hold on, folks, what you doing? He was like, shit, I'm just trying to make sure you straight. I'm like, nigga, I'm standing right here in front of you. You know I'm straight. I said, shit, I don't know if his ass finna be straight, but you know I'm straight. I'm just putting you on point in case, you know, I don't know what type of game my roommate might try to play. Just, I don't know, bro. I don't know. He asked me straight up. He was like, bro, did you know, bro, stole that? I said, listen, I had no idea the man stole nothing. He did come in there with a summer sausage and a beef and cheese stick yesterday, though. But I didn't learn about nothing being stole until it was already 8. Shit, we had already 8. And then when I asked him about it, he kind of brushed it off. So at that point, I knew he did it. But shit, what can I do in a situation like that? I didn't know that. And then, like, he brought it, like, how the hell was I supposed to know? I ain't had no idea about that. So he said, oh, yeah, you ain't know nothing about that as long as you wasn't in on that. I'm like, hell no, you know, I don't even move like that. And next thing you know, we hear, out. Man, it just sounded crazy, some stuff they were saying. So we bust out the room. I done snatched the candy bar off. Because we got other guys in this dorm that we got love for. So whenever we hear a noise, even if we assume it has nothing to do with us, we got to come out there and see who, what, when, where, and why. We bust out the room. Man, the dude who had some stuff stolen from him was standing in front of my door looking through the thing like this. And you could see the door kind of jerking and jumping towards him. And he had his hands on it like this, not letting the door bust open. And, you know, they was clearly in there whooping his ass. The Muslims was in there whooping their own brother ass. I don't know if he admitted to it or if the person that said they seen him coming out that room, you know, his word is just strong or whatever. I don't know, but it's standing here so other people coming out. So when people see it's my room, my partner, now they run up to me like, fuck, what's up? What going on? So I'm like, nah, that's something my roommate got going on with the Muslims. Say he stole something or something like that. So they're like, oh, so we all posted up outside in front of the bedroom. Next thing you know, the door swing open, and the dude who the stuff was stolen from, he's standing outside the room, and he said, man, strip him up, strip him, strip him, strip him. Probably 30 seconds later, my roommate comes walking out with like 3 Muslim dudes behind him. My roommate was butt naked. He trying to cover himself up, and they walked him to the door. When they went to getting down the steps, the man turns around and looked back up, talking about, man, CBL, tell them folks the truth. Tell them folks the truth, CBL. How the hell you gonna tell them folks you seen me with a goddamn sausage and a beef and cheese stick? So instantly, I'm like, man, you a goddamn lie. I ain't told nobody I seen you with no sausage and no beef and cheese stick. I said, yo, brother asked me that. I told him I ain't seen you with nothing. I just don't know how it came out. But once I said that, they went to pushing him like, man, shut up. Get on the door. Get on the door. They went to pushing him to the door. Bro, who I was just talking to, he was like, bro, you sure you ain't said that to nobody else but me? I say, man, that's the first time I repeated that. And that was just to you 5 minutes ago. You ain't even went nowhere to repeat it to nobody. So I know they capping. I know Buddy capping. So he like, man, let's go push up on Big Art down here. That's the one who the stuff was stolen from. So I'm like, push up on him for what? He was like, nah, cause the nigga talking about something. You told them, so no, we need to push up on him and make sure that that's not what they got in their mind. So we push down here. So he's standing down here with the other Muslim dude. So we walk down there. So I'm like, hey, what's up? So he like, what's going on? I say, hey, listen, when dude was just leaving, bro, I heard him say, how the hell you gonna tell them folks you seen him with that? He like, I was like, I don't know if it was a misunderstanding. I don't know if that's what was said to just finesse him out of the answer or whatever. But I ain't told nobody nothing. I ain't told now one of your brothers I seen my roommate with nothing, no food. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't told nobody I seen nothing. And while I was talking, he started smiling. He was like, yeah, they just twist some words up real quick. They just capped him down just to get the truth out of him. And he told on himself, then tried to switch it up again later on. I said, oh, okay. He said, hell yeah. Just like, brother, humiliation. Is it worth it? Is it worth y'all? Is it worth y'all beating my ass, stripping me butt naked, and kicking me out the dorm? Walking me to the door? I got to go all the way to the hole in nude, walking past every dorm because I wanted to go steal a sausage out your box. And to be honest, that ass whooping and that stripping was light because some people will pull you out with the candy bar about stealing. That's why I stress it's not even worth it. It's not even worth going to jail. Bro, your ass can be out here on the streets working you a job, making you some legal money. You ain't never even got to worry about going through nothing like that. It's your boy Bill. I'm gone.